Buenas y bienvenidos a GreedFall. Continuamos con nuestra aventura y como ya sabéis en el anterior episodio ayudamos a Tierna porque justo nos utilizaron para poder dar con ella y nosotros pues la defendimos. A causa de esto Tierna nos dijo pues que ella no tenía ninguna cura para la Malacor, pero puede ser que el consejo nos pueda ayudar. Vamos, que tenemos que ir a ver digamos, a la esencia de la magia y de todo el poder que tienen los insulares, que es el no sé qué de muchas caras, que es como su dios, diríamos nosotros, ¿no? Aunque ellos dicen que es más que un dios, que es como el origen de todo. Y para ello hemos utilizado un sello que nos dio este insular que está cuidando de nuestro primo Constantine. Y el consejo, bueno, el que nos atendió del consejo nos dijo pues que teníamos que demostrar nuestra valía. Y nos dijo pues que teníamos que decirle qué veíamos en el reflejo del agua de esta cueva. Y si ahora nos ha comentado que la mejor forma para hacerlo es la de el camino del corazón o algo así. Así que venga, nosotros vamos a empezar la prueba y demás. Se supone pues que podemos hacer esto de una forma pacífica, astuta, bueno, de corazón, astuta o de fuerza. No os voy a mentir, yo creo que al final acabaremos usando la fuerza, pero si conseguimos verte. Vale. Llevamos poción somnífera. Vamos a observar cómo se mueven. Porque claro, yo no sé cómo utilizar la poción somnífera. A ver, ¿aquí podemos hacer algo? No, esto solamente es luz. Vale, pues vamos a bajar aquí. ¿Cómo que no tienes ninguna poción somnífera? Si tenemos bastantes pociones. Si tenemos pociones somníferas, sé que me han pillado, pero es que tenemos pociones. Vale, pues vamos a huir. Es que no puedo huir. Tenemos que pelear ahora. No me gusta esto. Quería completar esto sin matar a los animales. Pues que no tengo pociones somníferas. Pero, ¿de verdad que no tenemos? Ingredientes... Esto... Es que tenemos poción de sueño mayor. Pero claro, creo que no las podemos usar porque no tenemos ciencia nivel 3. Pues no me los quería cargar. Es que al final vamos a optar por la senda de la fuerza porque no tenemos más remedio. Si fuera por mí no me los habría cargado, pero claro, que si no tenemos pociones de sueño, pues tampoco podemos hacer gran cosa. Lo siento si ahora, pero si no tengo pociones, lo llego a pensar. ¡Ay! 2 puntitos en vigor. Ese momento en el que dije, podríamos forzar cerraduras o ser más ágiles. Pues llego a darle el puntito al vigor. No habría hecho falta pelear aquí. Otro menos. ¡Ay, Dios! ¡Me falta adrenalina! Ahora sí que te pillé. La voltereta es muy buena. Pero muy buena, ¿eh? Os lo digo totalmente en serio. Nos sirve para posicionarnos mejor, para esquivar con más facilidad. Es buenísima. Por ahí es por donde habríamos pasado de poder saltar. Claro, aquel... Pero es que mirad. La primera con poción de sueño, vale. Y no habríamos matado nada. La segunda con vigor. Podríamos haber saltado sin matar nada. Pero claro, si no tenemos los puntitos ni poción de sueño... Uf, venga, a ver cuál es nuestro reflejo.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again.
Vale. A lo mejor esto... Ay, hemos de encender... No me digas. Pues esta vez sí que no he pillado mucho... Piedras de agua. A ver, creo que estaba hablando de la lluvia. No estoy muy seguro, ¿eh? Ahora, ¿y ese bicho? El sol sé que es lo último. Piedra de fuego. Y la vida. ¿Y esto? Piedra de agua. Piedra de muerte. Primero, el viento. Que lo arrastraba y todo eso. A ver. La de fuego es la última. No, la del sol es la última. Piedra de la muerte todavía no. Piedra de agua. La de hielo, porque hacía mucho frío, ¿no? Hacía mucho frío. Y a ver. Voy a guardar. Hacía mucho frío, así que es la de hielo. Después pasamos al agua o a la muerte ya. Es que no lo sé. No sé si es agua o muerte. Voy a poner muerte. Ah, vale, pero no vienen enemigos ni nada. Vale. Pues a ver. Viento. Frío. Soy un poco tonto, la verdad. Frío. Agua, quizá. No, agua tampoco. Entonces, ¿qué era? Frío. Tampoco no es agua. Sabemos que no es el sol y tampoco es la muerte. Entonces, ¿es la piedra de fuego o la de la vida? Parece que es la de la fuego. Ay, Dios mío, con lo bien que lo hice la primera vez, ¿eh? Ahora sí que estoy súper confundido, ¿eh? La piedra de agua tampoco es. La piedra de la muerte tampoco. A ver, vamos a prueba y error. La del sol. Y ahora ya, la piedra de la vida. No. Viento. Esto. El sol. A ver, el fuego. Tampoco. Vale, entonces sería el agua. Esto...
Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this
Uf,
candle.
me estoy poniendo nervioso, ¿eh? A ver. El sol. El agua. Vale. ¿Y ahora qué? ¿Ahora hay que avanzar? Sí. Tenemos que pegarnos con este. Ah, no, no nos ataca. ¿Podemos hablar con él? Domar. ¿What? ¿Qué? ¿Y esto? Ah, vale, o sea, si no queríamos hacer lo de la prueba anterior, pues simplemente nos peleábamos con él, pero como lo hemos hecho así,
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks
pues
like
nos
a
ha dejado
silhouette of the
pasar.
mountain of Tearfredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einon Frichtemann.
Ah, y esto es lo que... pues no os voy a mentir, no me he enterado muy bien de qué significa eso. A ver si... Glendan arroja un poquito de luz a lo que acabamos de ver.
I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
Hola, no he muerto.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tearfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You have given the blood of the animals that protected the entrance to the passage. You have chosen strength a first time. In the second room, you have awoken the Dosentats to better best them. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of ruse and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruits. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises.
Somos
Am I
increíbles.
authorized to encounter Einon Frichtemann now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago.
Hace
Since then,
meses.
we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Deirdre, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes, I heard about your loss, Siora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glendan.
Deirdre is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlug.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast.
Le conocemos
It is
también.
said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekidan Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Quite while I'm sick. I hope that you will find him.
Tremendo. Bien, pues hemos pasado la prueba del agua, así que perfecto. Y nos han dicho que somos astutos, inteligentes, fuertes, compasivos. Menudo partidazo que somos, ¿no? Y yo sin saberlo. No sé, seré todas esas cosas, pero desde luego la vista la tengo un poquito regular. Bien, pues conocemos también a este, a Uyar o Ular, algo así, nos ha dicho. Le conocemos, que es este que traicionó a Mordun. No sé por qué a Mordun o Mordur le recuerdo bastante su nombre. No sé por qué, pero lo relaciono con algo y mi cabeza lo recuerda por extraño que sea. Y bueno, Deirdre demasiado la conocemos, que nos envió al pantano aquel y de todo, y despertamos a aquel guardián nosotros mismos. Al otro no me suena. A lo mejor le hemos visto por ahí, pero no tengo ni idea. En fin, vamos a informar a Constantine.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord Dorsey has been attacked.
He believes. He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Vamos, que es un cobarde. En pocas
Thank
palabras.
you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Bien, pues vamos a buscar a Constantine. Vamos para allá, pero rapidísimo, ¿no? La búsqueda de Constantine. Me interesa más hacer la búsqueda de Constantine, porque esto yo creo que es bastante más urgente, porque, a ver, dentro de todo, los líderes de esas aldeas no se van a mover de allí. Pero Constantine a lo mejor... Uy, ¿y esto? Señora Moreng. A la atención del delegado de Desarted de la congregación, su excelencia, un mensajero ha informado de la llegada de una delegación de su alteza el príncipe de Vespe, dirigida por su hija. Si es posible, quisiera que volviese a Nueva Serene con la mayor brevedad. Aún no sé muy bien cómo reaccionar a la presencia de la familia de Ter Frade. Sin otro particular, me despido con grado aprecio y consideración, señora. Vale. Explora una nueva región de la isla, enfréntate a nuevos enemigos desconocidos... Ah, esto es algo de un DLC. Creo que esto es de un DLC o algo así. Bueno, no me interesa. Ay, ¿por qué es algo? Quería utilizar... ¿Hola? Vale, por un momento me había asustado, he dicho, ¿qué está pasando? Venga, vamos a buscar a Constantine. Es que de verdad, ¿qué estará haciendo este muchacho? Siempre sacándole las castañas del fuego, ¿eh? Pero siempre. A ver... Por aquí, por la derecha, podíamos ir. Me parece recordar que no podíamos cruzar por algún motivo antes. Aparta antes de que te mate. Por aquí hay enemigos. Vamos a pelearnos con ellos, va. Total, es un momento. Toma torta. Es que pegan muy bien. Este grupito que tenemos me gusta. Ah, subimos un poquito de nivel. Estamos a nivel 21, de hecho. Ah, pues aquí tenemos un campamento y todo. A lo mejor simplemente no me pasé por aquí y ya está. Es muy probable. No sé por qué, pensaba que no se podía cruzar. Vaya. Me estoy dejando el loot, lo sé. Ya a estas alturas el cuero y hacerme con un poquito de dinero me da un poco igual.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Onegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here.
Es que también os digo, ¿por qué vendría aquí Constantine?
And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Katasak's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
De acuerdo. Seguimos el rastro del combate.
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants.
Madre
This
mía.
is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are among them. Crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Está interesante esto. ¿Y dónde está Constantine? Porque os recuerdo que tenía la Malacor y no podría hacer mucho más que caminar, ¿eh?
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
No sé qué pensar, la verdad. No creo que nos hayan traicionado.
More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
Vale, continuemos. Estoy muy intrigado por saber qué ha pasado aquí. Dios santo.
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
¿Qué es esto?
More signs of explosions.
Ah, vale.
But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Es que es verdad, ¿por qué tanto explosivo? ¿No es sospechoso? ¿Tanto explosivo para qué? Sigue el rastro, debería seguir por allí, pero... ¿por aquí puede haber algo? Vamos a mirar. Aquí veo un cofre. Creo que no es el camino que debemos seguir, pero ya que he visto el cofre, pues lo pillo. Ahí volvemos a... Madre mía, la cámara. Ahí vamos hacia una zona que no nos interesa. Vamos a seguir el camino. Vamos a seguir con la misión porque estoy bastante intrigado.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
A ver. Notas de trabajo del profesor Serafedín. Los insulares nos hablaron sobre una criatura gigante que reinaba sobre los cielos, y la estatua que hemos encontrado podría ser su representación. Es una gran bestia alada, parece ágil y capaz de volar, pero su cuerpo parece frágil y desprotegido. Por supuesto, solo es una representación, así que tendremos que ver una nosotros mismos, para comparar que estas observaciones son ciertas.
path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Catasine.
Ay, vale. Qué tanque que es este bicho. Vale. Madre mía, ¿me puedo levantar, amigo? Eso te pasa por dejar que me levante.
I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. These vials look familiar. Catasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? And these rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? Very well, let's sum things up. Constantine and Catasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Catasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wen Xavier to learn more. Perhaps Catasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Catasach is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Correcto. ¿Dónde tenemos que ir ahora? A ver. Aquí acaba el camino. Y tenemos que viajar por aquí. ¿Vale? Pero no podemos volver de alguna forma un poquito más rápido. Tenemos que volver sobre nuestros pasos y demás. Bueno, por lo menos encendimos un campamento más o menos cerca, ¿no? Sí, aquí tenemos este campamento, vale. Pues volvemos al campamento, vamos a hacer un viaje rápido y a ver qué podemos averiguar. Pues sí que es muy sospechoso. A ver, me sorprendería que los insulares atacaran al mejor sanador que... Bueno, no es el mejor sanador de todos, porque la mejor es la chamana, tierna, pero sí que es verdad pues que es bastante sospechoso todo. Voy a pasar de pelear, ¿eh? O sea, me apetece hacer esto cuanto antes, porque es que un combate más que menos me da igual. Tenemos buen nivel, no tenemos problemas en los combates, así que yo paso ya de matar a bichillos de por ahí. No lo necesitamos. Ahora mismo lo que necesitamos es saber qué le ha pasado a Constantine. Pero sí que es verdad que es muy sospechoso todo, porque parece que los animales seguían como órdenes. Pero claro, no tiene sentido que los insulares ataquen a un sanador como él, como el que nos estaba ayudando. Pero claro, también es verdad que puede ser, pues que mira, como se ganó la confianza de Constantine, pues como Constantine es muy impulsivo, pues simplemente tiró para adelante y ya está. Y cayó en una emboscada, no sé. Yo creo que nos podemos fiar de los insulares, no creo que hayan sido ellos. En fin. A ver, ¿qué sabes?
I've heard stories of your exploits. Thank you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by a Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Almenawi. How can I help?
Katasak has disappeared. Would you have any idea as to where he went?
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How would I know where to find him?
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. A place to perform a ritual. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts and by magic. And my cousin and Katasak have disappeared.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his soldiers? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better betray you.
Wait. This is not what my friend wanted you to hear. Perhaps they were wounded, and your master wanted to take Constantine to a safe haven to heal him. We must find them at all costs. Wherever they are, they most certainly need help.
Forgive me, Donegan. Your words are true. I spoke without thinking. But I do not know how I can help you.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield. Do they belong to your master?
They could very well, but let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those my master prepares. I do not know this smell. The plants used to make it do not come from here. Another Donegad must be implicated, but none that I know would attack Katasach. May the trees protect us. Who would attack the water that heals? The earth that feels? They must be in grave danger.
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them. That they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
De acuerdo.
I have to go.
Ya os digo que nuestros aliados no son, pero desde luego parece ser pues que están implicados los insulares, están implicados de alguna forma. Vale. Es que no sé qué pensar. A ver, está claro que los insulares algo tienen que ver, porque se ha usado magia y demás. Pero no tengo ni idea de nada, prácticamente. Yo siempre tengo alguna hipótesis, por decirlo así. Siempre tengo alguna cosita, alguna reflexión, pero es que ahora mismo no tengo ni idea de qué es lo que ha pasado. Os van a dar por saco, me dais igual. Voy a correr como un loco. Por aquí sí que no puedo avanzar. Quieto. Mirad, me estáis cabreando, ¿eh? Bueno, ya me has cabreado. Hay que derrotar a todos aquellos. Parece que sí. Petrus. Ay, para una vez que no quiero pelear. Y Petrus no sé dónde ha ido. ¿Ya está? ¿Petrus? Madre mía. Estaba, no sé. Estaba meditando, por decirlo de alguna forma. Aquí hay más árboles quemados. Que lo que me llama la atención es que han quemado estos árboles. ¿Por qué los iban a quemar? No sé. Es que todo es muy raro. No tengo ni idea. Por aquí no se puede ir. Vale. Lo bueno es que vamos a pillar un nivel ahora. Lo malo es, pues, que hemos ido por un camino que no es. Au. Ala. Level up. Pum. Y vamos a poner el puntito aquí. Pum. Esta habilidad, ¿cómo la podremos usar? Ahora lo veremos. Un puntito en atributo. ¿Lo ponemos en agilidad o empezamos ya a chetar la precisión? Nos vamos a guardar el puntito. Cuando vayamos a la tienda ya decidiremos qué hacer. Ahora, ¿por dónde vamos? Por aquí podremos ir ahora. Espero que sí. Voy a volver sobre mis pasos. Claro, ya decía yo que todo esto me sonaba normal. Yo estaba pensando, ¿por qué estamos volviendo? Digo, a lo mejor hemos desbloqueado otro camino o algo. Igual por aquí podemos pasar. Vamos por aquí. Es que ahora mismo ya sabéis lo que hay. Hasta que no exploremos la zona, no sabemos si podremos cruzar o no. Pero por lo menos vamos a desbloquear el viaje rápido. Eso siempre viene bien. Este viaje rápido, vamos a acercarnos a él. De hecho, allí podemos hacer un campamento. Voy a pasar de ellos. Vamos a hacer este campamento aquí. Ahí está. Y vamos a intentar ir por allí. A ver si con un poquito de suerte podemos cruzar. Yo supongo que sí, que podremos pasar, pero no sería la primera vez que llego a un sitio y me pide vigor 3 y yo... y ya está. Ah, perfecto, sí que podemos. A ver estos que tienen que contar. Voy a aprovechar para guardar aquí. Llevo bastante ratito sin hacerlo.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desaparecido. I am legate of the congregation of merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantine, the island governor of the congregation of merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
Then they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Ofrecer oro o insistir. Ofrecer oro... No creo que con oro le podamos comprar, la verdad. No me da esa sensación este hombre. Vamos a hablar.
I am convinced that you are hiding something from me, Captain. I will return.
And my answers will not change. Anything else?
I know you haven't told me everything about the attack that took place on the clifftop.
Ofrecer oro, vamos a
I
probar.
can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the
Pues sí.
men I posted there returned
Estaba
during the
equivocado.
night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Venga, vamos a hablar con el superviviente. Esto sí que no me lo esperaba. Que hubiera un superviviente. Aunque bueno, ha dicho que no ha podido hablar por el momento, así que...
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
A ver, consigue el antídoto, llévaselo al soldado. Poción soberana contra quemaduras. Vale, toma, le acabo de meter una patada. Así porque sí, pero que flipas. Vale. Escucha el testimonio. Entonces necesitamos esta poción. Consigue el antídoto. Vale. Supongo que si no la puedo crear yo, la podremos comprar, supongo. Voy a ir a la mesa de trabajo. Bueno, a la mesa de trabajo... Ah, no, vale, pensaba que estaba en T-Pose, pero no. A ver. Trampas. Objeto de misión. ciencia al 1. ¿La podemos hacer? Perfecto. Esa ciencia a nivel 1 que nos ha permitido explotar cosas también nos va a permitir salvar a este soldado. Y con suerte, pues nos dirá algo.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Perfecto. Pues nada, gente, lo vamos a ir dejando por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado el episodio de hoy. Y ya os digo, hoy me quedo súper intrigado por saber qué es lo que ha ocurrido, pero lo sabremos en el próximo episodio. Yo por mi parte iré a dormir un día entero por ahí, en algún campamento o lo que sea, y ya vamos viendo. En fin, nos vemos, gente. Chao.